Now it is the time to see. Of course, some examples discussed, right? Some examples already done. Some example homework also gave you, right? Write down, open the notes again. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept a word or line of text. Which will accept a word or line of text. Which will accept a word or line of text. Which will accept a word or line of text. And display its characters. Display its characters. Display its characters by using while loop. By using while loop. By using while loop. Students, let's go to the PyCharm. Let's go to the PyCharm here. Let's close this project. So now I need to open this project, student. Let me go to this project. I hope C colon users KVR under PyCharm projects 4 p.m. loops example. These examples we did already in the class. So these are our examples we discussed it. Okay. So now students, it's time to see to go for one more while loop example. I want to go for it. Look at that. Now I'm taking while loop example 4.py. While loop example 4.py. So there I'm going to take the example word or line of text. For example, Python I'm taking. Later I will go for what? Word or line of text, or directly you can access, no issue. S is equal to or word is equal to input of enter a word or line of text. So it is in the form of str, students. So the word is going to contain what? Word is going to contain what? Python here. Python. Word is going to contain the word called Python. So this we need to use what? While loop now. What is our point here? I need to display PYTHON here. PYTHON here. This is what the letters I want to display. For that, what I need to go for it here, word is equal to Python. To display these letters one by one, PYTHON, to display the data like this. First of all, you must understand to display this data by using while loop. I already said just to use 3 points, which I said. One is called what? Initialization part, conditional part, and updation part. How you can think of it? As you know, students, to display its letters, you need to know about indexing, slicing, memory management. You need to think immediately about those points. What is this now? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this is also very, very important. So I will start displaying in which data? Python, PYTHON. This is a way to display, right? So this P is available at where? 0. And N is available in the last. So I need to start taking from where? 0th index to 0th index to, come on, LEN of word minus 1. LEN of word minus 1. What is the LEN of word actually? 6. 6 minus 1 is called what? 5. So 0th index to what? 5. 0th index to 5 I want to display. So 0th index to 5 I want to display. How we can take off that? That is an important. Come to the point back. Now I want to take up now. Come on, students. I is equal to 0. index is equal to 0. I'm taking directly index is equal to 0 because it is called initialization part. Initialization part I want to take. Next, I want to go for what, while index less than len of what? Word. Len of word. No need to write. Why? Because less than I said. If I write equal to, that time I need to write what? -1. I think you are getting it. If I write less than, no need to write -1. No need to write -1. If I write less than or equal to, that time I will write -1. Understood? So if I write only less than, no need of writing -1 here, students. So after that, index less than len of word, that I am going to take up. I want to go for printing the data like this. So how you can print off word of index. Word of index, I said. Word of index. Word of index. Where I am writing next, index is equal to index plus 1. Index is equal to index plus 1. That is a 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So it is going to be taken as what? Here I am writing 0 less than len of what? 0 less than len of what? Print of word of index. Index is equal to index plus 1. This will be repeated. And if you take the tracing part here, just for your better understanding, I will write it here. Python here. Let us start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. What is the index value? 0. That means here. So index 0 less than what? 6. 0 less than 6, true. Word of index is called what? P printed. P printed. Index is equal to index plus 1 means it is incrementing to 1. Go back to this place. 1 less than 6, true. I'm explaining very clearly because you should not get further. If any string is coming, if any collection, iterable object is coming, you should, if you want to use while loop, compulsory you need to follow this pattern. Next, I'll go for what? Word of 1. It is going to print what? Y. Index is equal to index plus 1. It is going to be called what? 2 less than 6. True again. 2 less than 6. True again. 2 less than 6. Word of 2. It is going to print what? T. Again, I will go back. Index of len of 3 less than 6. Incremented. It is true. Word of 3. It is going to be H. Index plus 1. 4. 4 less than 6. True. So again it is printing the 4. O. So O. Next it is index plus 1. 5. 5 less than 6. It is true. It is printed word of 5. N is printed. Plus 1. It is 6. 6 less than 6. It is called false. It is called false. So that time it is going to stop. Try to run this now. Enter a line of text. Python I am going to say, which is going to print the data something like this. I hope you are following, students. So this is the one we are going to understand this one. You enter a line of text. You enter a line of text. Here you are entering. Python is an OOP language. So it is going to print what? All the letters are printed, including space also. Including space also, it is going to be printed. What is the beauty behind that? How you need to understand by using indexing here. Are you able to follow? Such a type of thing. One more thing I will write it. We printed in what way? Forward direction, correct or not? Now I want to print same data with what? Negative indexes. This is by using what? Positive indexes. Because this will give you a lot of knowledge in the coding. This is called different models. If it is a Python, this is going to be -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. So I want to display this data. How do you display? In other way, I will write it. Can I write in other way? I am going to write it. Else part I will use it. In the else part, I will write print of what? R. I will write R. Another way I will write it. Another way. Same while loop only. With what? Negative indexing. This is by using which index? positive index, with respect to positive index, with respect to positive index, with respect to positive index. This is with respect to what index? With respect to negative index. With respect to negative index. Now what I want to do? Come on. Index is equal to minus of, come on, here I am writing len of what? Word. Len of word. So len of word. Coming to the point of it, len of word minus I wrote it. What it is indicating? Minus 6. How do you write it? You know, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. How it is coming? Plus 1 we are adding. Plus 1 we are adding. Going on plus 1. Here going on plus 1. Are you following me? How do you go for it? Start. While index less than equal to less than 0. Correct. Less than or equal to what? Minus 1. Less than 0 or less than or equal to minus 1. What is the value of index? Minus 6. If I take it as a Python, minus 6 less than or equal to minus 1. Definitely it is true. Definitely it is true. Now I want to print the value. Print of word of what? Index. Index. What I will do there? Index is equal to index plus 1. Index plus 1. Index plus 1. Minus 6 plus 1 minus 5. It is going on displaying like that. Try to run this now. I'll say Python here. Python here. So I got Python here with a normal positive indexing. With a negative indexing also we got it. Are you able to follow? Next up. If you want, I will write a backward direction with a positive indexing and negative indexing. Forward indexing, positive index, which direction? Forward direction. Forward direction. And this is called which direction? Forward direction only. Forward direction only. Next, what is this now? Positive index with what direction? Come on. So with a with what direction? Backward direction. Backward direction. Are you able to follow? Then how you can take care of this? That is an important. Backward direction means like this. See, this is called Python because these are the regular patterns. Python. This is the data. This is called about minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 6. You can write it happily with what? Word of what? Colon minus 1 I will write or not. You can get reverse. But with the coding I am going to apply. Backward direction. That is called reverse of a string. How do you print it? Minus 5 onwards I want to start. How do you take it? Index is equal to len of what? Word minus 1. Len of word minus 1. What is the len of word? 6. 6 minus 1, 5. Now I want to start. What is this now? While index greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. What I will do? Print of word of what? Index. Print of word of index. Index is equal to index minus 1. That's all. So it is going to be in which direction? Backward direction. So here I will write it. Try to run this code. So we are going to say Python here. So I'm going to get it. Of course, one small line I will keep, students. So here I will write it. Keep like this. Go to this place now. Say Python here. So I'm going to get it. NOHTYP. This is called a Python. This is called a Python. I think you are following me. This is with which direction? Backward direction with which index? Right. Last and final. Else. Else. What I want? Negative index. Negative index. Which direction? Backward direction. So with what? Backward direction. So I'm going to write it backward direction. How do you write it? Now I'm going to start with. Come on. That means I have to start with what? -1, -2, -3. Onwards I need to start. What is my starting index? -1. What is my end index? -6. -6 is nothing but what? Minus of LN. Come on, what is this now? Index is equal to -1. Index greater than or equal to minus of what? LN of word. Word. Done. -1 greater than what? Greater than or equal to minus of LN of word. How much? 6. -6. -1 greater than -6. True. I want to print. How do you print? Word of index. Word of index. What should I do? Index is equal to index -1. Index -1. So I'm going to print this part also like this. I hope you are following. So let us run this now. Python I am writing. Python I am writing. Last one also I got Python reverse. Python reverse. In first two are called what? Forward direction only Python is available. So I hope that it is all the four approaches I said. So if you want to display, even if you enter anything, HYD is the capital of top of TS. If I say that completely the output is coming, this is coming in the forward direction. This is with forward direction. This is also in forward direction with a negative indexing and TS, ST, F4, like that it is coming in other direction. This is also coming in other direction. I hope it is clear. Students, if you think carefully, in while loop, whenever I am writing, explicit initialization is required, explicit condition specification is required, explicit updation part is required, explicit updation part is required, updation part is required, explicit initialization part, explicit conditional part, explicit updation part is required. I think you are following me. So, in order to go for other way direction, see here also same, wherever while loop is coming, explicit initialization, explicit condition, explicit updation part is required. I am expecting today implicit initialization, implicit initialization, that means automatic initialization. I want to get it, plus automatic, of course, automatic condition I want, automatic condition part I want, plus automatic, that is called implicit automatic. What is that? Updation part also I want, updation part, automatic condition part, automatic initialization part. I want these things automatic. In order to have these things automatically, we go for what? For loop. We go for which loop? For loop we will take it. Let me write the syntax for loop. The same example I will go for with for loop also I will show. So let me go to the syntax part of for loop. Easy students. Easy. Go to the place for variable name in iterable object. Iterable object. Iterable object. For variable name in iterable object. What I am writing now? Here I am writing block of statements. Here I am writing block of statements. Block of statements. Block of statements I am going to take up. Coming to the point of it, here I am writing block of statements. Indentation block of statements. Coming to the for variable name in iterable object. Here no initialization, nothing. How this for loop will take? For keyword, iterable object means what? More number of values will be there or not? This is called a first value, second value, third value, fourth, fifth, and then sixth like this. How this for keyword will do? For keyword, automatically takes first value of iterable object, keep it into variable name. That time it will execute the indentation block of statements. Next, for loop will take the PVM control back. It will take the second item from iterable object and keep it into variable name. And the second time also it will execute. Again, it will go to the iterable object, take the third item, keep it in where variable name and repeat. How many times it will be repeated? If n items are there, one by one the items will be taken up. It continued up to how many time? Length times it will continue. We are not incrementing plus one. We are not taking conditional part. We are not initializing. Automatically that is going to be taken as what? Automatic initialization, automatic conditional part, automatic updation part. I think you are following me. So how for loop works? For loop takes every element of iterable object one by one. In which direction? Forward direction. What is the automatic initialization? Starts with which index? 0. 0th index. What is the condition? Up to which time? Length time. What is an incrementation? Plus 1. That is the default automatic initialization, conditional part, and then updation part. This is about the for loop and its execution part. I think students, it is more clear. So how for loop will execute? How for loop will execute? For each value of iterable object, keep it into variable name and executes the block of statements. That is known as the implementation of what? For loop. Second syntax of for loop is same to same I will take it. Same to same I will take it. Here I am going to write it. Else part I am writing. Else I am writing it. So in the else part I am going to write it. Else block of statements. Else block of statements I am going to take it. Else block of statements. How this will work? Same to same. First it will come to where? Variable name. Same. It will be repeated for how many times? N number of times. After finish this now, loop becomes what? False. If 10 items are there in iterable object, 10 times it is executed. 11th time for loop becomes what? False. It will come to where? Else part and else block of statements will execute. This is going to be called what? Else part, similar to while loop only. Now I want to tell you through which code? The same program by using for loop. Shall start the for loop example number 1. For loop example number 1.py. Careful students. Now I am writing the 4 different examples now. Here only. I will carry these strings now. I'll carry this while loop. Up to here I will carry. See that what changes I will do. Enter a line of text. Forward direction only. I never go for initialization. I never go for explicit condition. I never go for updation. I will simply go for what? Printing. How I will print, students? Watch it, student. Watch it. Now I'm going to take up like this. For come on, value in where? Word. What is this word is called? str object or not? str object it is. What is the word here? As I said to you, Python. Because you already understood, student. So Python, first what for will take first value of word. What is the first value of word? Py. Print of what? Value. What is the answer? P. Next go to the for loop. What is the value taken? Y. Yes. Next value T. Like that, every value will be taken. And print this now. Print of what? Value. That's all. Indentation symbol. I will take it. Here I will write it. This answer. Print of. Directly I will mention like this. I will mention. And I will write one ending part also here. Ending part. Print of what? One closing line I will take it. Star of what? 50. Let us run this code. I say here Python here. See that what is happening with respect to positive indexing, which direction? So it is printed or not? This is printed. Are you able to understand how it works? Now, if you write it even big sentence also, even if I write big sentence also, no problem. Python is an OOP language. It is also going to print all the letters. Irrespective of the big letters, it will be taken up. Now, the same thing in other way direction I want to tell you. In other way, I want to print it. Which way I want? Come on. Here I will carry. With what? Positive indexing only. Which direction? Forward direction. In what way I am going to use it? Tell me. Now I am going to use it. This is my data. But these are all called problem solving intelligent technique students. So they don't see you how much theory you buttify and come. They don't bother about it. How well you are solving the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it not called range of values here? How do you take it, ma? Range of 0, comma, len of what? Len of word. Len of word. What is the word? Len of word is called, assume that Python. Len of word is what? 6. 0 to 6. 0 to 6. 0 to 6 means what? 0 to 5. I will write it here for index. For index. In where? Range. So this is called a range now. Range is also one iterable object or not? How do you write it now? Word of, print of, what is this? Word of what? Index. It is also like previous. Here no initialization, no updation, nothing is there. Are you following? This is a one more technique for you. This is a so solid example, students. How do you write it? For index in range of 0, comma, len of what? Word. Len of word. If I write just the index now, if I write just index, only values will be printed. See, only values will be printed. Python I am writing, okay, first one is okay, and whose indexes are printed. But I don't want the index. Index the values I want, correct or not? What is that? Word of index I need. So word of index. Run this code. So I'm going to write it here, Python here. So I got Python here. Are you following? So this is one way of doing. This is another way of doing. This is with what direction? Forward direction. Next I want to with which direction? Backward direction. I'm looking for backward direction. See, for loop else. Again for loop else. Next what I want? Quick. Quick. I want which direction? Come on. Backward direction I want to go for it. With respect to what? With respect to which direction? Positive only. Which direction? Backward direction. Backward direction. All the possibilities I will tell you. With respect to positive direction. Think about it. Python. This is called 5. This is called 5. 5. This is called plus 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So I want to prepare the range of values. Range data type is so important. Now you need to take it. Len of word. How well you prepare the range, that is an important. Comma what? -1. -1. Are you following? And I need to write comma what? -1. Why -1? Stepping. What is my beginning value? 5. What is the stepping? -1. 5 minus 1, 4. 4 minus 1, so that it will come. This concept I already explained. Already explained or not? Yes. If you don't remember, we can't do anything here. For I in range of len of word, comma, len of word, comma, what is this? -1, -1, comma what? -1. Print of what here? Index you say once. Just for your understanding, try to print it. For testing, Python here. What is that now? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is coming. But I need to start from where? -1. Len of what? Word -1. 5 onwards it will come. So see that Python here. Python here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready. My data is ready. I will write what now? Word of what? Index. Beautiful. Word of index. That's all. Python, I will say. Python, I will say. I got reverse order or not? Reverse order. Backward direction. With which index? Come on. Right. Similarly, I want to get it what you know. This is in backward direction. With which index? Positive. Next, I want to write it. L spot I am writing. Under the L spot, same. This line of code I will continue. Which index I want? Negative index I want. With what index? Negative index. Which direction? Forward. I think you are following me. Without confusion, you are following. Forward means what? Forward means what? This I am going to take it. Minus 6 to what? Minus 5 like this. It is called minus 1. What is the range data type? The range of minus of ln of word. Whatever it might be the length of the word. If the length of the word is 6, minus 6, comma, up to where? 0. My 0. That's all. No need to write plus 1. It is called plus 1 or not? Plus 1. No need to write plus 1. By default, it's plus 1 only. Are you following? Simple. These are the various techniques. You have to adopt these things. Come on. For index in range of, for index in range of minus of ln of word, comma, come on, 0, comma, that's all. No need to write. Even if you write 1 also, no problem. Print of what? Index. Print of index. Let us run this code. Python, I will write it. Python, I will write it. So here I got it perfectly about this data. So even if you remove 1 also, by default it is 1 only. Because the range data type time I discussed it. Java, you take it, it is a minus 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. Go to that. What I will write simply here, word of what? Index. Word of index I wrote it. Simply simple students. Now I'm writing here a Python. So I got my data. Python, I got it. This is reverse backward direction with a negative index like this. Next, I hope you are following me without any confusion. Here I am writing what? Else. Which direction? Negative index with which direction? Backward direction. Start up. Backward direction means what? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Come on, mention range of minus 1, comma, minus, minus range of minus 1, comma, minus ln of word. Come on, plus 1, plus 1. You need to, comma what? Minus 1. Why minus 1? Minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2. Like that, I need to go on taking. Are you able to follow? Let's start. I will take it. First, remove that. I will take it here. Come on now. Minus 1 to minus of ln of word plus 1, comma what? Minus 1. Print of index. Print of index. So range is very, very important, students. Let's take it as a Python. Last one you see, you are getting only minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Minus 5, minus 6 is also not coming. Here minus 1, 2. Something is missing here, students. ln of word, ln of word plus 1. And then minus 1 I apply. Something is missing. Python here. So I got it. Minus 1 to where? Minus 6. Earlier, it has given. First, you compute the length. 1 you add it. And then apply what? Minus. I hope you are following me. So word of what? Index. Word of index. I'm just writing it. Try to run this. Now I'm writing here. Python here. So I got it. reverse order, forward with a positive, negative, all the ways I said, last and final. So this is using a total depth discussion about this is called what? Simply with what loop? For loop. Simply with for loop. With respect to for loop. With respect to for loop, backward direction only. No need to apply any of that. How do you write it? For value in word of colon minus 1. Colon minus 1. You are getting the word or not? Colon minus 1. Print of what? Value. Which direction? This is already you have done in which direction? Forward direction. See that? Beautiful. So here Python I am writing. Last one I am getting it with respect to for loop, backward direction. Are you getting this or not? Colon minus 1. With an extended slicing I applied it. And these many models will make you to be wonder in the programming of for loop. So what is the special point about for loop and this one if you observe it? Here every time I am taking indexing, index implementation, condition specifying, condition initialization, that itself will give you much more lines of code and it requires a lot of concentration here. Whereas this requires very simply you can just write it. Take a simple example of how to display the letters. Is it only 2 lines or not? But when you go to the while loop, minimum compulsory, condition compulsory, updation compulsory. 3 lines only for explicit thing. And this is also totally 4 lines you have written. Here only 2 lines is written. So for when iterable object comes, better to choose what? For loop. When non-iterables comes, go for what? And if you ask my opinion, if any problem is coming, I can solve that problem both with while loop and for loop. But for loop is going to be the easiest one compared to one while loop. Online students, I hope you understood me regarding this concept. I hope this you understood me. All the students in the online must respond it so that I can move forward. For loop concept, I will open it. Look at students for loop. Syntax number 1, syntax number 2 with else. Explanation here. All of you read carefully. Start for, in, else or keywords. Here iterable object. Here I wrote iterable object. Iterable object can be what type? Sequence type. Sequence means what? Bytes, byte array, range, str. Also list, tuple. Also set, Trojan set, and what? Dictor. The execution process of for loop is that each element of iterable object selected, each element of iterable object selected first time, comma, placed in where? Variable name, and executes indentation block of statements. This process will be repeated until all elements of iterable object completed. Understood? When all the elements of iterable object completed, PVM comes out of for loop and executes else block of statements, which are written under which block? Else block. Writing else block is optional. I may write else block, I may not write else block. I hope you are following me. So this is about for loop concept. I will post for you. So students, now I'll go for the further example. Right? Right up. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate, which will generate, which will generate multiplication table, which will generate multiplication table, which will generate multiplication table, which will generate multiplication table for a given number by using for loop. By using for loop. Already I said yesterday with the what loop? While loop I said. Now we are doing with the for loop. Actually, it is very simple. Just I want to look at. With your help, I will do it. So students, start. I'll take for loop example 2. For loop example 2. Start by yourself. Already I said now, when the problem is given, you must go for it. Question is what? Program for accepting a value, accepting a number, and generates what? Multiplication table. I already said some techniques, some tips, some concept and everything. N is equal to what? Int of input of what? Enter a number. Enter a number. Okay. If n less than or equal to what? 0. What did you say? Is what input? Is invalid input. Is what? Invalid input. Tell me what should I do now? I will write it dot format of n. If the number is perfect, if the number is entered positive number only, what to do now? Come on. For I in range of 1 comma 11. 1 comma 11. Why sir 11? Because the 10 entries. 6 into 1 is equal to 6. 6 into 2 is equal to 12. So on, I will take it. 6 into 10 is equal to 60. 6 into 1, 6 into 2, so on, 16 to 10 is equal to 60. Are you able to follow? This is the one I am going to say. Now I am going to print off what? I. Print off I. So run this now. Just a minute, I will say 6. 10 entries are ready or not? How do you print it? 6 into 1 is equal to 6. 6 into 2 is equal to 12. So on, 16 to 10 is equal to 60. Anything to be repeatedly to execute, right inside the loop. Anything to do one thing, write what? Outside the loop. What is this now? N. What is this value? I. What is this 6 to 12, etc.? N into I. Product of that. Shall I write it? Come on, everybody. Print of. I'll write it. Backslash T. N value. Already you know backslash T last class only. One into symbol. One I value is equal to one product. Format of what? N comma I comma N into I. N into I. Print of what I'm doing? Star 50. Print of what I'm saying? Multiplication table for, I'll say here dot format of n. Dot format of n. Print of what now? Star 50. Star 50. So there I'm going to write it. At the end of it, I'm writing else. See students, when you have done while loop in the previous class, you see multiplication table. I is done. Next is called condition and then printing updation. 4 lines. But here, if you look into this, only 2 lines. And I'm not talking about the decorative part. I'm talking about the business logic here. Only 2 lines of code is written. So let's run this code. Let's run this code. Now I'm saying the number is called 6. Sixth table is coming. I'll enter the number called -5, invalid input. I'll enter the value called 0, invalid input. I'll enter the value called 19. 19th multiplication table is coming. So I hope that you people understood the multiplication table using for loop. Which one I am using? Even though n is called which type? Int type, which is a non-iterable. I converted into what? Iterable by going for which type? Range type. Range type. Are you following? Sleeping you are. Hill figure. Sleeping. Sleeping. When I look at you, are sleeping like that. Stand up once. Tell me the syntax of for loop. Syntax of for loop. Syntax of for loop. Sleeping or not sleeping? Just I am asking. Sleeping, na? Why? Yesterday, reading Python notes. Yesterday, reading Python notes. Okay. Went to Ganesh Nimarjan Yatra. Okay. Came from native place. Okay. Next, watching YouTube. All 4 things are not. Then next what? Why you are sleeping in the class? Reason I want. Hmm. Reason. No reason. You'll sleep how many hours in a night? Hmm? How many hours? Just a survey. And what is there in the mind of the people? I want to do survey. Because after reaching so much of experience, I want to study the mindset of the students. Hmm. How many hours you will sleep in night time? What time you will sleep? 10 o'clock? 10. 10 na? 10:30. When you will wake up? 11. 7. Early morning. 11:30 to 11 means it's more than enough. Hmm? 7 o'clock. So 11 to 7. Good. Then good sleep only. Then why are you sleeping in the class? Why are you sleeping? Health problem? Hmm? Sit down. Listen the class. Now, morning, when I came from my home, morning today, 7 o'clock, I did not take my class. I was completely in the traffic only. Full. All people are taking their Ganesh actually by seeing that is good. But the people, the here God photo is there, that statue. Plus here all the people, very big crane. In that all people are sleeping only. Falling on one person on another person. Falling on one person on another person. Only driver is wake up. These guys nighttime full songs DJ. And the song which they are keeping in that before the statue, myself felt very much tension student. And the songs also, the people who are in the traffic, there are some of the people who are enjoying, some of the people are feeling that why this life is. What is the event and what songs they are keeping really? And I was almost 6:30. I started my home and I reached the office at 8:40. The distance of 11 kilometers. And in one place, 1 kilometer distance only, almost 1 hour traffic jam. And that much big cranes not necessary. So these people unnecessarily disturbing the traffic. So I missed my morning class. So everywhere this is the same case. Yes. Kanaya, no bhakti song. That's what I'm saying. Whenever today I'm just closing my eyes and thinking, I'm remembering that song only. Because I'm a teacher now, I don't want to sing a song. Really, very wrong song that is. Very wrong. That is the one item song that is. And how much inconvenient I felt. And one Hindi song also, that is also Kalnaik song that is. And I hope you got it. So everybody may be knowing that. When we were the student, that song was very hit. And that song, people are just doing dancing for that. So that is what going on. Where the world is going on, I don't know. And all people on that, I've seen on every vehicle sleeping like anything. So very danger. So where these people will go, I don't know. Somehow something happening. Okay, students, what I am requesting is when you are all the way came to the class, try to remember. Hmm? Can you tell for loop syntax now? Can you tell now? Actually, if you don't sleep, I would have been continuing my class. Start up. Right. Did you understand the for loop syntax? And here with the 2 lines, we are just completing the task. Now, so, Ashley. So they are doing just for their fun, not for God. That's 100%. That is 100%. They are keeping only to enjoy by themselves, not for God's sake. When they are doing for God's sake, at least something must be there here. They must be so, what do you call, spiritual. They need to do. But after seeing 99 vehicles on the road, 99 item songs, some song there is no meaning at all. Just the sound is coming. Even our bike also moving like this. Even I felt one sometime because of sound, we are lean now. Our bike also may be jumping like this. Without we do dance, that drums only will make it. Students, don't do that. Anybody participated in that? You people? Hmm? Okay. Anyhow, come next. Write down one more. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will which will find which will find which will find sum of, first time I am entering into the second level examples, sum of first n natural numbers. Sum of n natural numbers. Sum of n natural numbers. Sum of n natural numbers. This is the one I want to go for it. Look at students. So I'm going to the entering into the problem number. Next problem statement. Second level problems I am coming. Second level problem I am introducing now. Take care. Now I'm going to see so far what generating number, generating characters like that. Now we are entering into the problem number, level number 2. What is our program now? Finding sum of n natural numbers. Natural numbers. So you are accepting what? Enter how many, enter how many natural numbers sum you want. You want. And when we know when they are going now, when we are coming on the way, like they are taking the flowers will be there or not? Banti పూలు ఉంటాయి కదా. Throwing at somebody. And what is that fun? I don't know. They are throwing. One person thrown on me also. I got how much angry, you know. Actually, if he there in my class now, I would have been standing on the 24 hours on the dais only. 2 times he's thrown on me. I said, what to say? Not correct. Huh? That's why. Okay. I felt that is a blessing. Like that, I felt like. So actually, like that, they are making to irritate the people. So one time, 7:10, I promised my students, 7:10, I have to come to the class. If I am not coming, how much friction I am having in my heart? So what to do? I cannot. So I said, finally, that is my morning onwards. I'm feeling today. I cancelled my class. I said 7:10. I used to come, but I cancelled my class. So that's problem. Okay, come to the point. So how many natural numbers? So now I'm going to say, Kuldeep, no offense, but religion should be individual's private matter, not public. That's what I'm saying. So coming to the point, enter how many natural sum you want. So this 5, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5. These are the numbers I want. 5 natural numbers. Be careful, ma. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5. This is called some more models of questions. Some more models of questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, how do you find? If I write normally the code, you can't understand. That's why I will tell in the like an application format, I will tell you. For example, you want to do a business. You want to do business. Like that, I will explain. so that you will catch me quickly. You want to do a business of how many days? 5 days. 5 days. And you are getting profit of what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Day 1, 1 rupee. Day 2, 2 rupees. Day 3, 3 rupees. Day 4, 4 rupees. Day 5, 5 rupees. Like that you are getting. So you want to do business for 5 days. What is your profit? How days are coming? Profit also increasing like that. Now I want to find the total profit. Find the total profit. That is my application basis. So your day starts from with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before starting the day, what is the total profit? Good, 0. What is the total before starting the business? What is your profit? 0. Your profit is 0. What is the profit now? Day 1 started. What is the day 1? 1. What is the profit is going to be now? Tell me. TOT profit is equal to, I am going to write it. TOT profit is equal to TOT profit plus what? 1. Why I am writing TOT profit is equal to 0? Because I am going on adding my profits 5 days. I am accumulating my profits. Are you getting me? That's why I'm initializing the profit is what? 0. Whenever you are getting the natural numbers sum, initial sum should be how much? 0. That initial sum variable I am using to accumulate the rest of the profits. What is the day is equal to day plus 1? Na? That is a 2. What is the profit again? What is the profit again? Quick. Profit is equal to profit plus 2. Profit is equal to profit plus 2. Next day, how much is the profit? 3. Next day, how much is the profit? Profit is equal to 4. Next day, profit is equal to how much? 5. 5. What is the total profit I am writing? Print of TOT profit. TOT profit. What is the first day? 0. 1. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Is it not called all the numbers profit is called 15? This is called a logic part. In mathematics, if you know, we learned in our school days, n into n plus 1 by 2 is called what? Mathematics formula. What is the value of n? 5. 5 into 5 plus 1 is 6. By what? 2. 30 by 2 is called what? 15. This is called mathematics. So mathematics I don't want. I want the thinking knowledge. I want to generate the logic for it. Mathematics, nobody will bother about it. I want the logic to be developed. Are you following me? So what is that now? When you are going to add the numbers consecutively, the initial sum is always to be taken as 0. This is known as what? Additive identity. Additive identity. Additive identity. Additive identity. Anything add with 0 is remains same and that will be accumulated in the further. Are you getting it? Suppose you want to do the profits in terms of multiplicative profits. These are called additive profits are coming. And you are a good businessman. You are a good businessman. You want to do what? Good business tactics. They are saying what? Product of what? This is a problem number 1. They are going to do what? Problem number 2. What is this now? Find the product of what? Find the product of what? N natural numbers. Additive profits, multiplicative profits, exponential profits. Additive profits initial value is called what? A simple thought that is. Next is called multiplicative profits. If you want, the total profit is what? Initial profit 1. Why 1? 1 multiplied with the beginning profit remains beginning day profit only. Suppose if you take 0, this is called a multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. Are you following? Multiplicative identity says what? Any profit multiplied with one first day, the first day profit only remains. If you take multiplicative profit as 0, it is going to become total 0 only. So this is called star 2. This is called star 3. I hope you are following, students, because this is the one of the most quite regularly using logic. What is the total profit, ma? 1. Beginning, initial profit. What is the profit? Is equal to profit into 1. 1 into 1 is 1 only. Next day is coming. What is the next day profit? 1 into 2 is called 2 is the profit. Next third day, total profit 2 into 3, 6. 6. Now next 6 into 3, 6 into 4. Come on, 24. 24 into 5, 120. 120 is the profit now. Are you following? Earlier additive profit is what? 15. Exponential profits are also there. Exponential profits means what? To the powers, powers. What is that powers? I will explain right now. Don't worry. So the two techniques are what? When you want to do carry the sum of individual numbers, range of individual numbers sum you want to do. What is the initial sum? 0. So that you accumulate the sum. When you want the product of range of values, you take the value as what? Initial profit, initial value 1, and you go on multiplying so that it will be done. Understand, students? If it is reverse, 1 above and 0 below, you will get total wrong answer will come. Online students, is it careful, students? Is it clear? Is it clear? Fine, students. Now I will move to the further. Now I will move to the further. So now I will go to the example part. Let's move to the further. Now I'm going to write it. Here I'm writing natural numbers sum example 1.py. Natural number sum example 1.py. So here writing program for finding sum of n natural numbers. N natural numbers where n is positive. Now n is equal to input of enter how many natural how many natural numbers sum you want. Come on. If n less than or equal to 0, what is this now? N is invalid input. Dot format of what? N. Else part I am writing. Else part. What should I do now? I want to go for finding the C. Come on. S is equal to what? 0. Why S is equal to 0? Initial sum. This is known as what? Initial sum. Called what? Additive identity. So you should not, when I use suddenly in the class, additive identity. So multiplication identity, initial sum this is. Initial sum called what? Additive identity. Come on now fast. For I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. If I say 5, 5 plus 1 is called what? 6. Now I will do what? S is equal to S plus I. You want to print that value also? You can print \t and a dot format of what? I. Dot format of I. S is equal to S plus I. You can also write happily S plus is equal to what? I. You know this? Or S is equal to S plus I. So come out of that for loop. Student, look at now. Sum is equal to what we will do? Format of what? Yes. I'll go to that print of some good looking output purpose. I'm writing this statement. See, student, here I'm writing print of sum of natural numbers. Five natural numbers. Okay. Dot format of what? N. How simple it is. So coming to the point of it, this is by using which loop I am using? For loop I am using. You can do by using what loop also? While loop also. I will show you that also. Look at what is this now? 5. What are the numbers are coming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sum is equal to 15. Sum is equal to 15. You can keep this line here under this place and under this line also you can write it. So try to run next 10. 10 antane kada 10. Am I getting 10? What is the formula? 10 into 11 by 2. It is called 110 by 2. 55. Understood? Right. Simple. I say just 5. I got the answer. This is by using what loop? For loop. Let me go to the while loop also I will take it. While loop also I will take it. 2.py. Students, you remember one thing. If I do with one loop, you try to do with other loop, student. That is the better always. So that you will get good knowledge. Because I shown you multiple loops for you. So here I will remove. Here I will remove. Up to here it is same or not? What you will do? While loop I want. While loops deals with what? Initialization part, conditional part, updation part. According to my problem, s is equal to 0 could be taken or not? What is that s is equal to 0 is called? Initial sum, additive identity. That is required. Compulsory required. Now here while loop related natural number generation. I is equal to what? 1. Why? Natural numbers begin part. Next I need to go for what? I less than or equal to n I can write it. Or you can write less than or equal to what? N plus 1 I can write it. Print of what? I you can say. I plus is equal to 1 you can say. Just look at. Says here number 5. I got my number 5 or not? So here I am writing. I will do now print of the same logic what I written. I will bring it. Are you following? Value of I is printed and increment I value. Increment I value. Here two things I am incrementing. This is called accumulating profit. Accumulating profit. Accumulating profit. And what about this? Increment, increment to next natural number. Correct or not? Next natural number. Okay. Simple. As usual. We'll go for it. As usual. Kaustav. I think this is your doubt. This is your doubt. I hope this is covered here. Go to the place. Now I'm going to print it. So here I'm going to write it. This is the data. Are you able to follow? Easy. Look at that. Now say here some 6. I got it. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 21. Getting up? So say some 10 here. So 10, 55. You say whatever the big number it is, something like 25. So I got 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 25. The result is like this. Able to understand, students? This is related to the concept of what? One with a for loop, one with what? While loop. Similarly, you can also do what? Product of the numbers also you can do. Are you able to do it? So write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Are you understanding special logic here, students? S is equal to 0 is for what? Initially I'm taking. If you take inside the loop, what is happening? Every time it will become 0 only. So before itself is what? 0. So we are accumulating the sum here. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will find the product of 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 n natural numbers, which will find the product of n natural numbers. Very, very interesting that. So can I carry this code? What is the changes you need to do? Tell me. Online students, be careful, ma. Line number. Line number. But line numbers ఉన్నాయి. Line number 10. Line number 10. What is this S is equal to? Profit is equal to P antanakada, or some X is equal to. Now what we will do here? S star is equal to I. S star is equal to, that's all. Product of, I will write it. Can I copy this code? So I'll copy this code. I'll take the file name. I will take up natural numbers, product example1.py. Natural numbers product example1.py. Easy, not a difficult. So this code I will carry. So certain things you should feel more easy, students. So here, try to remove. Actually, in anywhere else you see, if you see anywhere, while loop one example over, for loop one example over. Because of that, what will come? Nothing will come. Course will over. Student is also almost never get anything. So this is only second level I am entering. So see that, enter how many natural numbers product you want. Invalid input. Product of what? N natural numbers. So what is this now? P is equal to what? 1. 1. What is this now? Initial multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. For what purpose? For accumulating my product. Okay? These are all simple technique for you. Range, same. I will write it what? P star star is equal to, how I will write it? P star I. What is the shorthand operator here? Star equal to. Star equal to is called what? Shorthand operator. Okay. Profit is equal to. Product is equal to. Product. Product is equal to. I will write what now? P. I will write it P. Shall I run my code? Run this code now, students. So I'm writing here 5. So product is called what? 120. Are you getting? You say 4. 4. Are you getting? Students, by looking at this, I want to derive one thing from here. Is it not called a factorial? Is it not called for factorial? What is this factorial now? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, which is nothing but 24. This is the program for what also? Factorial. But a slight change is what? Factorial of 0 is what? 1. But factorial of 0 product, I will write 0 here. I got what? Invalid input I got. That's the simplest difference. What I do is slight change I will do here. Here, n natural numbers, product of. This is called what? Product of. Which numbers? Product of n natural numbers. Here I wrote it. For this one, I said less than or equal to. For factorial is concerned, I will write like this. Look at student. Factorial example1.py. So don't get any confusion. Here, I'm writing factorial for program for calculating, finding factorial of a number. Factorial of a number. Now start with this. What I will do for your easy convenient purpose, same thing I will carry. Pasting. Feeling any difficult when I copy paste? Any difficult? Just to remove what? Less than 0 you remove. Negative number is coming, what input? Can't calculate. For negative number, there is no factorial. Correct or not? For negative number, there is no factorial. Else. What I am going to write it? Remove. What is my fact? Beginning, what is profit is same. In place of that, fact is equal to I am writing. Okay. Start here. For I in range of what? 1 comma n plus 1. You need not to do that. What I will do now? Fact is equal to fact star. If you want, you can get fact is equal to what? Fact star what? I. fact star I. Here I will write it. Factorial of given number is equal to result dot format of n comma what fact. Start. What is my number called? 3. What is the 3 factorial, mom? 1 into 2 into 3. 6, okay. I'm not worrying about 6. I'm worrying about the logic. This 6, before my class only. In my class, what you should become intelligent in coding. 6, already. 1 into 2 into 3, 4th class or 5th class, But here I'm not expecting answer. Answer to get what is the logic. Adi నేర్చుకోవాలి ఇక్కడ. Start. 6 less than 0. True. True. False. Coming to where? Else. What is the factorial value? 1. Fact in range of 1 comma 3 plus 1, 4. Y, that is 1 comma 4. That means it is ready to generate what? 1, 2, 3. When 4 comes, it becomes false. What is the fact value, students? 1. 1 into 1. What is the value? 1 into 1. What is that now? 1. 1 is there in where? Fact. Go to next. What is the next value? 2. What is the fact value already? 1. 1 into 2. 2. 2 is in where? Fact. Go to next range. What is the value? 3. Fact is how much already? 2. 2. 1 or 2 na? 2. 2 into 3. 6. 6. Go to for loop. What is the value of for I? 4. It becomes what? False. Come out of that. Factorial of n value 3 is equal to what? RES 6 is coming. Run this code. Same as previous only. 3. What is the answer? 6. I'll go for 8. 8. Like this. You go for 7. 7. Like this. You go for 6. You will be getting. You go for anything you enter. 14. You got the big number. Are you following? So, this is called one logic, student. You enter 0. 0. 0 I am entering. 0. 0 less than 0. False. Coming to where? Fact is equal to what? 1. For I in range of 0, 1 comma, what is that? 0 plus 1? 1. 1 comma 1. Yes, one time it is. What is the value of I? 1. Fact how much? 1 into I how much? 1 into 1. 1. Go to for loop. For loop is becoming false. Coming to factorial of 0 is equal to fact is called RES. That is called 1. So here 0 you say, you got it value called what? 1. Is that difficult? Easy. You go for next number called -5. For -5 there is no factorial. This is called which concept? Factorial of a number in this direction. See students, one more way I want to tell you students. 3 factorial. 3 factorial. How you calculated? 1 into 2 into 3. This is called which direction? Forward number product. Another way, 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 into 1. 3 into 2 into 1. Where are you starting from? Given number onwards. Given number multiplied by what? Our initial multiplicative identity. What is the 3 into 1? 3. Next number decremented. What is the number? 2. What is the value of 2? 2 is multiplied with the previous multiplicative value. What is that? 6. Again decremented. What is the value? 1. 1 multiplied with what? 6. How do you prepare this range? Range of n comma 0 comma -1. Are you following? Everything is range only. That's why beginning, this while loop 2, while loop 1, these are greatest topic. So now I am going to take up, student. I would like to move to the further. Factorial example 2 I want to carry. So fact example 2. This is called what? This is called what? 3 factorial. Logic is what? 1 into 2 into what? 3. Factorial 2, I want to take it. Factorial 2 logic, I want to go for it. 2.py. 2.py. Carry this. No problem. Carry this. 3 factorial is equal to what? 3 into 2 into what? 1. Enter how many natural numbers product you want. Of course, that I don't want to go for it. Enter a number. Enter a number. Enter a number for finding. What is that? Factorial. For finding what? Factorial. The same input I will carry here. Understood? N less than 0. Got it. No factorial. Now come on here. Change. Come on, change. You know how to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 how to display? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 also how to display. N comma 0 comma minus 1. Why minus 1? Incrementation. Come on. Factor. What is the fact value? 1. 1 into what is the n value? 3. 1 into 3. 3. Go to where? For loop. N value is how much? 3. 3 minus 1 is called what? 2. What is the fact value? 3. 3 into 2. 6. Go to n. N was what? 2. 2 minus 1. 1. 1 is kept in where? I. 6 into 1. 6. N value was 1. That 1 minus 1. 0. 0. That is becoming what? False. 0 means you said stop. Stop. And coming out as usual you are printing. Beautiful. See that answer now. Say 6. 6 is called 720. You say 3. You say 3. 6. You say something like what, something like, 4. 24. You want to print like this, you can print it like this. You can say like this. \t, \t, like this. You want to print like just a symbolic notation. Say something like 4. 4 factorial is equal to 24. You say 0. 0, 0. 0 factorial is equal to 1. Are you following? This is called multiple logic, students. So logic is nothing but problem solving approach. So how well you will do the problem, that is an important. How well you will write in the examination, for loop and all those things, nobody will bother about it. Nobody will ask for loop also. In exam, they will ask you 2 marks, 3 marks question. But when you go to an interview, nobody will ask about this. So coming to the point of it, I make on we should have n less than or equal to 0 or n less than 0, my dear student. So which one you are asking? I think so. Line number 4. Line number 4. Less than 0 only. Why less than 0? Because 0 factorial is also there now. That's why. 0 factorial is also there. Suppose if I write 0 less than or equal to 0, Mr. Khan, see my dear student, 0 if I write it, invalid input is coming. Actually it is wrong now. 0 factorial should have to calculate what? That value you need to write it. That's why we should not write it. So I hope that you say 0 here and you are getting the answer like this. Clear? Fine. So now I'm going to, this is about the subject like this. Can you give some 1 or 2 examples? Suppose even numbers are there. Even numbers product I want. How do you do even numbers product? Range of 2 comma n plus 1 comma 2. 2. First starting with what? Suppose 10 is this much. 10. 2 to 10 plus 1 is what? 11. What is the value coming first to 2? Next to 2 plus 2, 4. Next to 6, 8, 10. I want to find the product of them. Even numbers product, odd numbers product I want. Will you do that? Write down 1 or 2 examples. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Which will find product of product of, which will find the product of even numbers within the given range, within the given range, within the given range. You take one hint, take one hint for your better hint. N range is equal to 10. Suppose. What are the even numbers? Even numbers are what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Find the product. Find the product. What is the product? 2 into 4 into etc. You need to find the product. 2 into 4 into 6 into 8 into 10. So you know what is the initial product? Come on. No. Initial product 1. 1 into 2, 2. 2 into 4, 4 into 6, like that. Initial product is how much? Initial number coming what? 2 into 1, 1. 2 into 2, 2. Next number is incrementing what? 2. That 4 will be multiplied with the previous multiplication. Like that you need to do it. Are you okay? Now, next, one more. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Ferdin, exactly, correct. Write a Python program which will find product of, which will find the product of, which will find the product of odd numbers. Which will find the product of odd numbers within the range, within the range, within the range. Product means what? Product 1 you will take. Product numbers will start from odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. So what is the initial product? 1. 1 into 1, 1. 1 next to 3, next to 5. Like that you will find. Important. These are all. Okay now? So try to do that. You try to do that. Enough. So next, tomorrow class when I come back, we'll go for much interesting logics I will introduce. And along with this for loop, I will go for what? As you know already, students, our looping statements. If we come, not looping statements. If we come to our place, 4 p.m. If I come to flow controls, if we come to flow controls, here what is there? Transfer flow statements is there, na? I will use first. I will use first this part. Where is it? Go to this place once, and here you go. Index you see. This is looping started with the first level examples are going on. Tomorrow I will introduce what? Break I will introduce. Along with this example, break also I will mix with what? Loops. Break also I will mix with what? Conditional. Because with the concepts continuation, I will add new topic and I will explain the coding. So once you are completing this entire thing, any problem is given, you must able to design the solution. That is the target, students. Okay now? Fine. So keep on